The desert of alternate endings. What happened to good wishes? Matthew and Aurora watched the lamp, projecting a map into a golden desert with floating paper dunes. Matthew and Aurora couldn't believe it. The next destination was a desert, but not just anyone. The dunes were made of crumpled pages, as if thousands of stories had been abandoned there. The wind whispered unfinished phrases like, "I want a happy ending" or "Don't forget me," while fragments of parchment floated in the air like dry leaves. It seemed like a place full of broken dreams and lost hopes. Matthew looks at Aurora with a mixture of curiosity and concern. Aurora holds the lamp. The lamp shone brightly, enveloping them in a swirl of golden sand that carried them into the heart of the desert. When the wind died down, Matthew and Aurora found themselves surrounded by paper dunes that seemed to breathe. Each page had snippets of written stories, some happy, some tragic, and many just abruptly ending with. Matthew touches a nearby page. As he does, he hears a faint voice saying, "I wanted to be remembered." The desert was not just a place. It was a reflection of the stories that never found their closure, and something in the air told them that this journey would not be easy. Out of nowhere, a striking figure appeared on the horizon. It was Zaida, a library camel in sunglasses, and a red silk scarf fluttering in the wind. He was carrying a backpack full of rolled scrolls, and a feather-shaped cane. On one of its paws, with a confident smile, it approached Matthew and Aurora. Zaida greeted him with a dramatic gesture, as if she were the protagonist of an adventure novel. He explained that the problem began when a strange wind called the Whisper of the Repentant began stealing good wishes from the tales. Without them, happy endings faded. Leaving only sadness and chaos, Zaida pulls a scroll from her backpack. "It's incomplete," he says, "and they lived, but the rest is erased." She holds it carefully, like a fragile treasure. "This scroll was once a happy tale," Zaida said with a sigh. "But now, without its ending, it's just a broken story. If we don't stop the wind, all stories will end like this." Mateo and Aurora exchange determined looks. They know they must act quickly. The wind takes human forms that scream sad phrases. As the wind swept around them, Matthew and Aurora felt their sadness like an invisible weight. It had been created by a forgotten tale, one that never had an ending. Seeking completion now, even if that meant destroying other endings, the wind lashed against Zaida. Snatching glowing scrolls from his hands, the fragments floated in the air before vanishing into the storm. Matthew tried to get closer, but the wind pushed him hard. Aurora, holding the lamp, noticed something strange. There were little flashes of black ink among the swirls of sand. It was as if the wind was made of broken stories. Aurora pointed to the flashes. Matthew nodded, realizing that the source of the wind was deeply connected to something more profound. Following the clues of the lamp, they came to a cave hidden within. They discovered the culprit, a child made of ink and paper, whose time-worn form quivered as if it were ready to disintegrate. His words materialized in the air as he spoke, though they were difficult to decipher. The boy extended a hand towards Mateo, as if asking for help. Aurora slowly approached, holding the lamp. The light revealed fragments of his story. It was a tale of bravery that was never told. The boy wasn't evil. He was just lost. He had been forgotten for so long that his pain became the wind that now ruined other tales, but inside him there was yet a glimmer of hope. Matthew employed the lamp to cast a radiant golden light around the boy. Fragments of his history began to piece themselves together like parts of a puzzle. With the aid of the lamp, Matthew and Aurora crafted a new ending for Forgotten Tale 1, where the boy found his place among the stories as the words took shape. The wind died down. The stolen scrolls returned full and bright, bringing good wishes back to the desert. The paper boy smiled for the first time. Its edges, frayed, now intact, bade farewell with a silent bow before vanishing in a gentle breeze. The desert glowed again, and the paper dunes seemed more vibrant than ever. Zaida smiled, adjusting her glasses. "Good job," he said, though he knew there would always be more stories to save. Back in the attic, the lamp showed a new map, the mountain of lost principles. And so Matthew and Aurora proved that even forgotten stories deserve a happy ending. Do you want to know what awaits them on the mountain? Subscribe to the channel and like it. For more magical adventures, unique stories and surprising endings, this is just the beginning.